All right, so you're welcome to this class, and in this class, we're talking about ad structures. We're talking about how to structure your ad campaign. How to structure your ad campaign. You want to run something profitable, something not just a one-time event. You want something profitable. So let's go there. Now, oh Jesus, my network. All right, so this ads manager is here again, and I want to show you how exactly it works. My ads manager is here again. All right, so I'm back. So this is what your ads manager is going to look like when you open your ads. You're going to come to adsmanager.facebook.com, and this dashboard is going to open up. I'm using a completely empty ads manager because this is most likely what yours is going to look like. So let me quickly walk you through the dashboard. We have the account overview. It shows you everything that is wrong with your account. Campaigns shows you the number of campaigns you are running at the moment. Ads reporting shows you your report, your results. Your audiences shows you the audience that you are reaching. It show you their age, their demography, their location. Billing and payment is where you can make payments. Advertising settings, there are some settings we can do here that would that will be related to the entire what's it called now, that will be related to the entire arts manager. Then we have event manager. We're still going to talk about your event manager later, but let's go over this. Now, I told you that this, you have to think of something, and one thing you notice is this. When we come to our ads manager, we have what we call campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Now, you know that what most people talk about is running ads. But if you look at your ads manager, you will see that there is no place where you can actually run a ad, or an ad rather. What you have is how to run campaigns, and that is one important distinction you must make in your mind. You must shift from running ads to understanding that it is campaigns you are running. Now, what is a campaign? Because I want you to understand what you're doing. When you shift it from just running ads to campaign, it says a campaign is an organized course of action to achieve a goal. So what we do when we run ads is we actually running campaigns and not just ads, because in every campaign there must be at least 2 to 3 different ads that you are testing. So that's the first readjustment I want you to make in your mind. Look at definition number 2. It says a series of military operations intended to achieve a particular objective. So it is a series of actions. It is not just one single thing that you do that we call campaign. It is a series of actions you are going to take, a series of acts you are going to take that would become a campaign. So we have what we call the campaigns, we have what we call the ad set, and we have what we call the ads. Now, at the campaign level is we are going to choose what kind of campaign you want to run. So we have 3 levels here. We have the campaign level, we have the ad set level, and we have the ads level. At the campaign level, as you can see in this ads manager now, is where you're going to choose what you want to do. So if you click on create now, you are creating a campaign and not a ad. You are creating a campaign and not a ad. So you must have that change of mindset. So you click on create. Click on create and let's get the ball rolling. All right, it says some account information. We need to confirm a few details about your account before you publish an ad. So go over to account review. Let me just quickly do that. I hope my network is good enough. Oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. So you see that this is a completely new account. You say zero spent. Okay. What else do you want me to do? Verify email address. Yeah, I've done everything. The page is required to run ads, uh, add payment method. We'll just do every other thing inside the when we are setting up the ads. Don't worry. So I just wanted to go through over the account. So you come back to your campaigns, and we're going to create a campaign, and each campaign has assets and there's ads. So for each campaign, you must test at least 2 to 3 creatives, and you must test at least 2 formats. So when I mean 2 formats, so we're still going to talk about creative as a strategy, but let me just quickly finish this explanation here. So you come to create. Now, this is where I want you to pay attention. Listen and listen good. Now, you see, campaign objective. We have awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotions, and sales. Now, I want to sound this warning. What you are looking for is what you should choose. So let's go over the campaign objective one after the other. Let's go over them one after the other. You will see, if you start from awareness, awareness says it is good for reach. Reach is the maximum number of people who may be interested in your brand. Who may be. Brand awareness, let's look at the definition of brand awareness. Reach people who are more likely to remember your brand. Then we have the third one, video views. Reach people who are more likely to watch your video. Now, this is the warning. The algorithm of Facebook, Instagram, Google, Twitter, they know exactly who falls into this category. So what am I saying? If you want people to buy your thing, you don't have anything to do with this. You have to go for sales. If you want people to download apps, you have to go for app download. If you want leads, you have to go for leads. If you just want engagement on your post, you will go for engagement. And if you want traffic, that is, so let's go through the next one. It says send people to a destination like your website, your app, your Instagram profile, or your Facebook event. It says it is good for link clicks, landing page views, and Instagram profile visits. Okay, let's scroll a little bit down. Let's see more. This is what is good for your traffic campaign. It is only good for these things. It is not good for anybody that wants to buy from you. Don't think that, what if I run a Instagram profile visit and the person visits my profile and they will like it and they will buy. That's very, very small. The possibility of someone buying is so little. Do you understand? So, but if you want traffic, you want people to, so let's say you want people to visit your profile and like your profile now or follow your profile. That is a very good thing to do. You can do landing page views. For engagement, engagement says you want you want to get more messages, purchases through messaging, video views, post engagement, page likes, or events. If you want people to engage your content, that's a very good one. So if you're a content creator and you want people to just engage, like, comment, and all, that's a very good objective for you to use. I recently did that for a friend and she gained 30,000 plus views on a particular video on Facebook. You understand? Now, if it's engagement you want, pick engagement. But if you want, what's it called? If you want, so the 3 things you can always use is engagement, leads, and sales. But I will show you the weaknesses of each one of them when I go deeper into everything in how to set up each of those. We're going to look at sales, leads, and engagement ads, how to set it up properly for you to get results in your business. So that's that for engagement ads. Then we have lead gen. Lead gen is collect leads for your business or brand. Website and instant forms, messenger, Instagram and WhatsApp, conversions and call. This is very good when you want someone to give you their information so that you can send them something, so that you can call them. This is very good. So I only encourage you to use three things: engagement, leads and sales. Now, if you want to sell something, that is, you want people to buy, you can use sales. And for sales, you will always need pixel, and you always need pixel or conversion API. You always need pixel or conversion API. So that is what you must know. So if it says you are looking for, just jejely choose your sales. But there's a way you can work around the other plans, which is leads objective and engagement objective. But there's a way you have to go about it. The creative you are using, which is the flyer or the video, must match your, what's it called now? You must match your campaign objectives. So this is the first thing you have to do at the campaign level. At the campaign level is where we choose our objective, and I've explained the 6 types of objectives we have to you. So let's, for this particular one, we'll be running an engagement ad. So you click on engagement and you click on continue. You click on engagement and will click on continue. So the next thing here is, it says choose a campaign setup type. So we have two kinds of campaign setup. Now we have manual and we have tailored messages. Tailored messages is, you're going to depend on Meta algorithm to give you advantage plus, to use their meta AI to set up some things for you. But most of the times I won't want you to do that. I want you to create your manual campaign yourself from the scratch. So that's the next thing. If it's a sales ad, they're going to tell you to use advantage shopping or you use manual. Then the same thing with leads. We are still going to go through each and every one of those ads, but I quickly want to explain the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ad level. Now, so we are now at the campaign level. What can you do under the campaign level? Two things you can do. Number one, you'll be able to set your budget. After you have chosen your the campaign objectives, you're going to choose your campaign objective. You can still switch if you want to switch to any other thing you want by clicking edit button here. Then you're going to see, and if you want to edit your campaign objective, you can. But since we're going for engagement, we are sticking to that. Then the next thing is campaign objective, your budgeting rather, your budgeting. So now you have your daily ad spend. So usually I advise you to use anything from 5,000 naira on a daily basis. Now, as I input 5,000 naira here, it's going to give me a notification here that what was here before was 20,000 naira. It says you can spend an average of 20,606 per day, and your maximum daily spend is 36,000 naira, and your maximum weekly spend is 144,000 naira. So you will see that it's not cast in stone that once you put your daily budget at 5,000 naira, it will always be 5,000 naira. Meta can spend more. Now, the reason why you're seeing 20,000 naira is because it was 20,000 naira that was on this page before. If this thing has reflected properly, it's supposed to be around, let's say, 6,000 naira or so. But my network is crappy. That's why this thing is not changing. You get it? So campaign bid strategy. For engagement ad, always choose highest volume. That is the highest number of people that can engage your content. You understand? Okay, you see that he already changed it now. He says you may not get any conversion with this budget. Try increasing it to at least 20,000. I don't mind them. Just leave it at 5,000 naira. That's okay. So you see, campaign bid strategy, sometimes they want you to have highest volume. So for engagement ad, we have highest volume. I'll show you when we are setting up other things. Highest volume, cost per result, and other options. Just always keep it at highest volume. Then don't bother about budget scheduling. But budget scheduling is just basically, let's say that you observe that after you have run your ads for like 1 week plus, you notice that you used to get more sales every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can schedule that. Meta should increase the budget around that period and end it. Ad scheduling, your ad runs all the time. If you also notice that your ad runs a certain maybe during certain hours or certain days of the week, you can just schedule your ads to run at those period of time. So just it says special ad category, you don't have anything to do there except you are selling anything around the special ads, and you most likely not be doing anything like that. So you click on next. That's everything you choose under your campaign level. You choose your campaign objective. It's usually best for you to name it in a way that you can remember. Engagement, put your budget, and that's all under the campaign level. So you go to ad set level. Let's go ad set level. Asset level. All right, for the asset level, what you have to do is you choose. Don't worry, Meta does this thing you're seeing here all the time. They want to force you to spend more than you're willing to spend. Don't mind them. It's a lie that you're not going to get any any results. That's not true. So you can name your ad set name, but most of the time I just name my campaign and I leave it. So now that's ad set. Under ad set, what are the things you do? Number one, we choose our conversion location. Remember that we had already chosen engagement as our campaign objective. Now, where do we want that engagement to happen? We want its message destination. So there are many ones. Get people to engage with your brand on Messenger, WhatsApp, or Instagram. On your ad, it's just basically get people to watch a video, interact with your post or event. You see that, you see, he's giving you specifics. And I can tell you, if you choose people to watch your video and interact with your post, for instance, now, very rarely will you see someone that will message you. So you must choose what exactly you want people to do. It says you want people to engage with your Instagram profile or Facebook profile. Remember that we are doing engagement ads. So if you want this, you just click here and see the magic. See the magic. So it says conversion location. We are choosing Instagram or Facebook, and performance goal. That is how you measure success for your ads. That is what are we going to see in your ads that we say, oh, this ad is performing well. So we have maximize number of Facebook page visits. Click on this. Maximize number of page likes. So it says we are going to show your ads to people most likely to visit or follow your page, and maximize number of page likes will deliver your ads to the right people to help you get more page likes at the lowest cost. So if you want people to just like your page, you can do this, and if you want people to visit your page, you can do that. Okay, so that's that. Let me change it, and you see that our performance goal will always be different as I'm switching it. So let's go for message destination, for instance, so that you see what I'm saying. Okay, but I think I've seen do a separate video for each ad campaign that you'll be running. So this is Facebook page. Now you have to choose a Facebook page because all your ads must run on a Facebook page. You need a Facebook page to run your ads. You cannot run a Facebook page without you cannot run the ads without a Facebook page. So once you have chosen your this thing, then you're going to choose. You have chosen our budget already at our campaign level. Now you're going to choose your start date and your end date. Then you're going to choose your time. For the time, always start at either 12 a.m. the next day or 4 a.m. the next day. And why should you start that day? Is because if you start 6, let's say 8 o'clock at this time, now currently the time is 6:20, and you start by 8 o'clock, Meta will be forced to spend all the money from 8 a.m., 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. so that they can collect a 24-hour cycle for you, money from you. You understand? So that will waste your budget that way. So you need to, what's it called now? You need to start from 12 a.m. or 4 a.m. so that you have the best results. So now, this audience control, this is where you're going to choose the audience you want. Now, it says you can set audience control for this ad account to apply across all campaigns. Remember, we had advertising settings here. Is one of the things, but we are not doing audience control for all our settings. Just leave it. It says use a saved campaign, use a saved audience. So if you have, let's say you have an audience before, you can target, you can include the audience. Now, location, that's what you do under the ad set. You're going to choose your location. So we have Nigeria. There's no way you want to target that you cannot target. You have London. You can target London. It's going to pop up now. That's London, England. Let's see. You should be able to target Ejigbo in Osun State. You see Ejigbo, Osun State. Let's go further. You can target Ladering in Abeokuta. Ladering. You see? Ladering Abeokuta. You can target Ladering Abeokuta. You can even target Sambisa, for instance, Sambisa Forest. If I get the spelling right, Sambisa. I'm not sure I got the spelling right, but you can target Sambisa. If if I get the spelling right, it's going to be there. So that's that. You find that on your location. Another thing you want to pay attention to in this location is there are times that you run ads and people that you don't want will be messaging you. So you can just come to exclude, and you can exclude all the people you don't want them to see. So let's say you don't want people from Maiduguri to see you. Actually, this should not come pop up. Okay, so this is Maiduguri, Lagos, Maiduguri Road. This is Maiduguri in Borno State. You can easily cancel that out. So you can keep excluding the places you don't want your ads to show at all. So that helps you to reduce the number of people that are not part of your ads that will be showing. So after you have chosen the locations you want, the next thing you want to do is to see. Let me look at this. Show more options. Now you have your minimum age. That's for. It says your audience has been updated to reach more people on the WhatsApp placements. WhatsApp status placement. The audience for the ad set includes people on WhatsApp whose age is unknown. So that's fine. You can cancel that out. So now it says exclude this custom audience. So you don't have to do that. Now it says advantage audience, advantage plus audience. We automatically show ads to people most likely to respond. We show ads to people matching your suggestions and other audiences when it's likely to improve your performance. So what you do here is you want Meta AI under this advantage plus audience to, that's why it's called a suggestion, a suggestion, a suggestion. So if you have interest that you are targeting, you feel that people would have this so and so interest, you can put it. But the truth of the matter is that since 2025, we don't really need to do so much as regards targeting. Your creative is now the best thing that will do your targeting for you. You don't have to worry about if you see some people's ad accounts, you see people that like fashion, clinical stuff like that. You really don't have to worry yourself about that. Once you put in your good creatives, your good creative, you are really good to go. So for me, a number of times I switch from uh, advantage advantage plus to original audiences. I can choose my audience myself. Warning, detailed targeting. It says we may deliver ads beyond your audience for eligible ad objective if it's likely to improve. Okay, so this is where you'll be able to add your demography or interest, but Facebook can always go beyond any interest you added to this particular place. So what I do most of times I come to switch to original audience option. So it says reach your preferred audience. Limiting your audience may reduce performance. Instead, consider staying in your current setup or apply value rules. Keep in current step, keep advantage plus on or use suggestions to reach a preferred audience first. Master system will deliver to others when it improves results. Apply value rules on with advantage plus on. Tell us how much certain audiences are watching your business. Metric system will optimize for outcome based on your rules. I'm not doing that. Only use audience control when some people shouldn't see your ad. For example, because of legal, geographical, or business restriction. But like I told you, you don't really have to worry yourself so much about this interest targeting again. Just go ahead with your advantage plus audience. But I know some people still want to put all the interest in the world in their ads. So that's why I'm showing you how to put interest. But interest targeting is really not a big deal in 2025 again. So you can leave this, but I'm just showing you for showing sake. So if you click on continue, they will show us where to now control our where to control the interest we are putting. But really, once again, it's not needed. We are in 2025. Don't worry your mind about those things. So let me see. You can now edit and do a whole lot of things like that. So we go to edit placement. Now, also, most likely it will be on advantage plus on, and it means that it's Facebook that will determine the places in which your ads is going to show. But usually, personally, this is a personal option. I edit placement control. I don't edit that interest targeting thing, but I edit placement control. But once again, ads are actually getting way, way, way better. You may not really need to touch all these places, but let me explain to you just that you have an idea of what we're doing. So audience network native banner and interstitial is basically that you want there are times that you are in OPay or you're in other apps and you see ads popping up all of a sudden. Yeah, those are audience network native banner and inter. It also happens on websites and audience network rewarded videos. You remember all those games that you're playing and they will ask you to get this particular reward, watch this ad for 15 seconds or 10 seconds. Those are that. Most of the times I don't like it. I just remove I remove from marketplace too, and I remove from Facebook right column. Facebook right column is this right column of Facebook that you're going to see them list some ads. I remove, then you review changes if you want to do that. But we can exit out and just leave it to advantage plus. So those are the things you set under the ad set level. You're going to set your location, you're going to set your audience targeting, and you're going to set your placement. For location, always choose the location you want. For audience targeting, like I told you, is not really interest targeting is not really important again. 2025 and 2026 placement control is not super important, but I personally prefer removing 4 different placements where my ads is going to show on the placement. Then we come to the ads level. The ads level is where we are going to now add the video or the flyer you want to use for your business. So you have a new engagement ads. So we think someone may try to access your account with your permission. For your protection, you won't be able to create or modify until you authenticate. Okay, don't worry about that. Once you click on authenticate, they send you a code, and that's how you're going to solve that. Now, we're using this page. Then, if you want to use an Instagram profile, you can use a Facebook page or you connect an Instagram profile. If you want ad setup, format selection has changed, just cancel this out. So we have under the ad setup, if you are using a post that is already on your page, you click on use existing post and it's going to take you to the page that you have connected, and you're going to see that particular post, and you're going to choose it. If you are using existing post, you come down here, so you select the post. So these are a couple of posts here. Let me just choose this. Select the posts. Select the post here. So you continue. Then if it is not an account that uh, the person can, if it's quite difficult for you to find the post, maybe the person has posted the post a very long time ago, the person can just send you the post ID and that would work. So you can let the person send you the post ID, yeah, and you do that. The only disadvantage is you cannot edit the text when you upload a post, because it's going to pull the post of that text and it automatically fills it in here. The same thing with uh, it says the send a message button is recommended for existing posts using multiple destination. The button has been changed from send WhatsApp message to send a message. So that's that. Then if you want there to be like an automated messaging, you can do that, or delete. You can delete it here. So if I edit it, so let me just quickly show you if we are not using the post. So if you are setting up the ads manually, that is, you're uploading the video or the this thing manually, you're going to have single this. So you set up the creative. You either you want to do a video or an image. You click on image. Then you're going to choose a particular image you want. If you want to upload, you can choose from the account, but if you want to upload, you usually come here, you click on upload, you go to your file, and you upload the particular thing you want to use. So let's use this for instance. Once you upload, you click on next. So it's still uploading, just wait for it a minute, and let's see what we've got. Right, you click next. Uploaded already, you click next, and you see what you've got. Now notice something, because most of the times you're going to be uploading stuff. You see that you have a format problem, and this is the way they are going to cut your images. So you can easily replace, you can either crop it yourself to fit into their size. This is the size they want. This is for status stories, that 9:16 Instagram profile stuff. That's if you want to crop, or if you want to replace it with another creative. So you can click here, come and place, replace, which is what I usually advise. I advise people to create all the different sizes that your art need. Now we have AI, you can simply come up with a creative within at the twinkle of an eye. You can easily do that now. So I don't have one that is 9:16, unfortunately. So, but you can choose here, but it's going to cut your this thing like this. Then you can come and choose this one too. It's going to cut it. But most of the times, some people don't worry, but me, I worry, because this is Oluwafisayomi, and you must be excellent. You must do things the absolute best way it must be done. So that is that. You click on next. That's if you want to upload it manually. If there's any text. So now this is crucial. We have what we call the primary text. We have what we call the headline. And we have what we call the call to action. What is your primary text? So let's quickly go to Facebook. facebook.com. I hope we have this. I hope my Facebook account is not hanging, because my Facebook account hangs sometimes. So let me quickly use my mouth to explain. Primary text is that text you're going to see on your at the beginning of the ads, before the flyer and before the video. That text is what you are going to see. Now with AI, you can simply go to Claude and ask him to write a primary text for you. So let me put something. The Lord is great. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Is great and merciful towards me. Okay, let me just, pardon me, I did a typo there. The Lord is great and merciful towards me. The Lord is great and merciful towards me. So that's what we have here. Now, you can add text option such that they can text at least between 1 to 5 different variations of your text and see the one that's going to work better with your audience. You understand? Headline. Headline is that particular thing that, or okay, let me try to see if I use another this thing, if it's going to work. Facebook.com, because I need to show that you understand what exactly you are doing. All right, so let's go. This is okay. So look at it. So let's analyze this hard. This is the creative you're seeing here. This is the creative you're seeing here. This text you are seeing here is the primary text. The primary text. This is the headline, create without limits, and this is the call to action. Create without limits, and this is the call to action. Remember that Facebook right hand column that I told you about? This is where it is. So you see that these are some ads at the right hand side here. You understand? So let me show you another ad. Let's say this is also another ad. You notice something. This is the primary text from here to here. This is the creative, the image the person is using. This is the headline, and this is the call to action. I hope you understand what that means. This is call to action, this is the headline. Usually you use the headline to catch the attention of your audience. This is the new way to drive traffic. No audience needed at all. You understand? Let me find another ad. So this is, you don't need so much post like that, so much text, but depending on what you're selling though, ready to scale your business, TikTok smart targeting helps you find your best customers, this TikTok for business, that's the image, boost your sales with TikTok ads, that is the headline. Then this is your call to action, which is get the offer. Actually, every 3 times you scroll on your Facebook, you're going to see an ad. 1, 2, 3, then the next one will be an ad, or the next one after this is going to be an ad. 3 or 4 is going to be an ad. If you have not noticed before, 1, 2, 3, 4, then the next one is going to be an ad. 1, 2, 3, 4, then the next one is going to be an ad. So I hope you're seeing this. This is your headline, this is your text, your creative, your headline, and your call to action. So I think I've been able to explain that very well here for you. This is the headline, this is your call to action, and this is your primary text. So we can just go ahead and continue. Let's just go ahead and continue. So advertisers are testing meta creative. So it says so we have new AI tools. It says in our experiment, campaign with all ads adding AI generated image saw 10%. Don't mind, just don't mind. So you see that they can actually vary the ads for us. I hope you're seeing what is going on. You see here that the only thing I have is these are the options, but with Meta AI now, and that is what I told you the time that where the major work is going on now is your creatives. Your creative, the flyer you're using, you see that Meta is giving us automatically different kinds of creative. You see, there's one that has like different text in different areas. They are using different things to communicate the message. That is what we are testing now. Nobody is worrying himself about packing interest in anything you're targeting. But I'm still going to dwell more on the creative aspect of things. Click on done, and we're good to go. If there's translation, but you don't worry about that, let's just keep going. Now you have done that, then we need to go down. So we have done your media. If it's video, what is it publishing? My hand mistakenly pressed publish, and I don't want it to publish. Actually, I don't want it to publish. I hope my network will hear. So I quickly cut that. So let's move on. Let's move on. So the next thing you want to do now is just confirm everything we've done so far. Primary text, if you want to add another option, I think I've explained all that. Now, chart builder, this is going to be the first thing that people are going to see when they come to your inbox. So this chat template is created with AI, but most of the times I just want you to use one single question. Don't trouble people about plenty questions. Just give them something that they can as part of your chat builder. So this automatically picks the person's name. We have cute baby clothes for every stage at Bookie a day. Names will only appear in Messenger. People who open ads that click to WhatsApp will be seeing a greetings without their name. That's perfectly fine. So most of the times I remove all these frequently asked questions. I just usually drop one or two at most. So I delete this. I delete these other questions like that. I just cancel them. I delete them. Delete, then delete. Then the only thing I just want is the person, we have kid babies for your this thing. That's all. Then I can put something like we have quick baby, what product do you want to buy? So that would be the first thing that will pop up in the person's ad. Then when the person chats you in your inbox, then you can name the template if you want to do that. Then you save it like that. Then that's all you have here. Let's go down. Yeah, that's everything. So you can now click on your ad preview. For the ad preview, you want to see how the image will appear on the different devices. So this is expanded view. This you want to expand it. So I'm going to check it on desktop, on tab, on phone, and on. So this is what it's going to look like. This is how people are going to see your ads. And you see, this is how people are going to see your ads. So this is showing all platforms. If you click here, we can switch feeds. If people are just seeing it on their feed, you know the feed. Now this is your feed. Let me see. Okay, this is not it. This is my main Facebook feed, for instance. This is my feed. This is what people will be seeing. You understand? So that is that. Let's go back to my ads manager. If you want to check how it's going to show in your stories, so this is what it's going to look like in your stories, and you see the reason why you have to use a flyer that I would. You have to use a flyer that is what's it called now? That because it's going to cut vital information away in your in your in your in your ads. So you can just say that. Then remember I told you that in every campaign you must publish at least 2 to 3 different ads. So how you're going to do that is you're not going to come here. You must test at least 2 to 3 ads. So we have created one ad now. The only thing we want to change now is we are changing the creatives. So let's say we want to use a video now instead of a flyer, or want to use another kind of flyer. But when you are testing, two things you must test for. You must test creative diversity. We are still going to talk about creatives very well. We're going to see that and have that conversation properly. We have to have creative diversity in the format. So you must test flyer, video, at the very least. Those are the two things you must test. At the very least, you must test flyer and video. But that's the least you can test. You can test 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're still going to talk about creative strategy, how that is important in what you're doing. So you click on this three dotted line here, action, you click on duplicate, duplicate. So you're going to duplicate in this original campaign that we have started, and we're going to do we are going to okay, this thing is loading. I don't know why. That should be my network. We're going to duplicate it into the original campaign, and we're going to do at least one. Let me pause. All right, it is opened. So you're going to duplicate it in the original campaign. That's the campaign we're running. And if you want to do, so if you are testing 2 creative, you're just going to add one more. If it's 3, you're going to add 2 because we already had 1 and we are duplicating 2 extra. You understand? So let me just duplicate 2 extra. So that would be 2 plus this one we have, that would be 3. So let's just duplicate 3 and you see. Taking time. All right, so now look at this. You see that we now have 3 different ads. Now, what you're going to do is you now have to, so this is the first ad that we created. This is the new engagement ad. So the first thing you have to do is to rename them. How are you going to rename them? You're going to double click here. So I'm going to put new engagement ad 1. So if it's flyer, if it's anything you use to differentiate, you can do flyer 2, then you come here to you double tap, you double click rather to edit the name so that it won't be confusing for you. Because if you want to do video, so now for each of these duplication, when we duplicated, it's going to come with the flyer we initially used. So you now have to, you could increase conversion by duplicating and adding a video. See what I'm saying? See what I told you there? Let me show you again. It says having a video and having image and video ads in one ad set help with conversion. Since you already have an image, add, duplicate it and add a video instead. You know we already duplicated. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here to delete this, the flyer we have here, delete it, and you have the opportunity to add a new media. So you're going to, you must diversify the creative. It mustn't just be image, it must be video and image. That's the least you can do when you are setting up your video. It says quickly upload the, so you can do a manual upload. Let's do manual. Go back to account. Let's just upload manually. So you can upload manually. You can pick up a video on my laptop, you upload, and you're good to go. So let me just test this as an example. We are not really running ads with it. That's just an example. So the video is going to upload, and you click on next, and we'll go ahead. All right, the video is uploading. I can click next while I'm waiting for the entire thing. Remember the headline, primary text as I explained to you. I can still click on next. Let's keep going. So the video will keep uploading until it's done. So we have uploaded, it's still uploading that particular video. It's most likely because of my network. Okay, it's now uploading. Then you come to this next one and you go to upload another video talking about the same thing. And that's basically everything you have to do. Then you're going to, it's still uploading this one. So we can easily finish up what we've started. So the same way I uploaded for here, you're going to upload. Let's finish for this one to finish uploading. And that's pretty much everything you have to do to help you understood everything from ad set level once again, from the campaign level, the ad set level, and the ads level. You understand? Now, let me look at the time. If this video has not gone too far, we're already done 53 minutes. That's okay. So let's just pause it here. See you in the next video where we talk about each of these ads one after the other, and I'm going to teach you ads campaign strategy. See you in the next video.